Hello, welcome to night one reactions of the NFL Draft 2020. That is the year, and our reactions are going to be as probably, hopefully, as G-rated as possible. We're going to kick it to Garrett Gronland and Tanner Fritz, two guys that went to high school together, good buddies of mine, and also guys that probably have some pretty strong reactions from their favorite teams. We'll start with Tanner because I know he's a little off the chain right now, so we'll go with Tanner. Give me a reaction of the Broncos' first round draft pick.
So I've been doing mock drafts probably since December, and my thought was that we had to get one of the top three receivers, right? So I legitimately thought that our only shot at that, without trading up, is going and getting Henry Ruggs, and I would have been happy with that. I really would have been. He's fast. He's a guy that they don't have currently, but once the draft started happening, I was like, oh my goodness, are we going to get the option of CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy? And I mean, Garrett can attest to this. I was texting him through the whole thing. And once I realized that we had a real shot at Jerry Jeudy, I was like, oh my goodness, this is a real thing. I legitimately couldn't be happier with the pick. I think Jerry Jeudy should, in probably any other draft, would have been a top 5 pick. He fits exactly what the Broncos need. They need a guy outside of they have Courtland Sutton, who's who's an outside guy. And oh my gosh, we have a guy who matches up inside, who nobody would disagree with that. Mm-hmm. And we have the best route runner in the draft from the best school in the country. No one really can deny Alabama's the best school in the country. I haven't been happier for a Broncos pick since I picked Von Miller.
Really? Okay. G, what about your reaction to now you're going to have to go up against, a guy that, and Jerry Jeudy, who I picked was the best wide receiver in the draft for multiple reasons in terms of big playability, how fast you run at the combine, everything. Not even I don't even take a whole lot of stock in the combine. I really just look at the tape, and I absolutely agree that, and I think he's the best wide receiver in the draft. But go ahead. You can either give your reaction to the Jerry Jeudy pick, or you can go and go on the Henry Ruggs pick by the Raiders.
So, as you guys know, I'm a giant Oklahoma Sooner fan, so I was really hoping for CeeDee Lamb. Mm-hmm. I really wanted CeeDee Lamb. I agree with Tanner in saying, Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb are the best two in the draft. Mm-hmm. I had legit calmed down in my apartment for 5 minutes after the pick. I started pacing. It wasn't healthy. I started looking up a lot of things, and one of the really interesting stats on why I think they took Ruggs over the other two is Derek Carr. 75% of his passes were, the receiver caught it before the 10-yard line, and so that means 25% of his passes are deep ball passes.
He sucks.
And when they do deep ball passes, they were the fifth best at their completion percentage. So I feel like in their game plan they're going to try to get Ruggs with those quick slants and all that, and try to get him off to the races, as well as it's the Al Davis, fastest guy in the draft, so you better draft him, I guess. I mean, I hate that it's not CeeDee Lamb, but it's not a bad pick. It's not a great pick, but it's a good pick. You can probably see it in my emotion on my face that I hate myself because I wanted CeeDee Lamb. I had already been ready to purchase the CeeDee Lamb Las Vegas Raider jersey. Mm-hmm. And you know what? It's not how life goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I hate. Hold up, I hate to cut you off on your own show, but it is always nice to see, when a franchise like the Raiders, as storied as they are, completely wants to get rid of their quarterback, but their first pick in the draft, they take a receiver to pair with said quarterback. So, there's no way it doesn't work out. There's no way that this isn't a good thing. I mean, Las Vegas, the Raiders, they've been looking to trade their quarterback. They were looking to trade Derek Carr for 6 months. but thank goodness they got him the guy they needed. So I'm sure that will fix the problem. It's a band-aid on a cruise ship that is leaking water rapidly, but thank goodness they fixed that. So I'm proud of them.
No, I actually really like the pick. Like I said, I think I agree with you. I think the top three, in my opinion, the top three wide receivers in this draft, it was Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, and then for a reason, and then I think it was CeeDee Lamb, because the only reason I put Jerry Jeudy above at number one is because I really like what I saw on tape. CeeDee Lamb had great tape too, but I really like what I saw from Henry Ruggs as well. So I just felt like the Cowboys got a good pick there as well. I think that Dak Prescott is going to have another weapon, especially when you consider the fact that Amari Cooper just got a huge contract that I think he rightfully deserved. But I think it just comes down to it's okay if you disagree. I think go ahead.
Hate the Cowboys. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
It's crazy that the Cowboys were able to come away with CeeDee Lamb. I mean, I truthfully thought he would be picked in the top. I thought actually him and Jerry Jeudy would be picked in the top 10. So the fact that they had to pay $100 million for, I can't think of his name anymore. Gee, help me out. Yeah, Amari Cooper. The fact they paid $100 million for Amari Cooper, and now they're going to have a really cheap option with CeeDee Lamb on the other side of it is actually scary. That's crazy.
Michael Gallup also had a really good season though too.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. But I mean, the fact that they have CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper on the same team, that is scary. And the fact they got it at without having to trade up is pretty wild.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you guys have anything else to say about your guys' first round draft picks? Anything else here? Because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give my analysis of the Vikings both draft picks in Justin Jefferson and Jeff Gladney on my show a little bit with Tristan. I'll let you guys go ahead and take the floor real quick with anything you have to say.
Yeah. So G has two picks, so I'll let him go last because he probably has more. But like I said, I've been doing mock drafts since December, and I thought our best case scenario was ending up with Henry Ruggs, and I would have been happy with that. The fact that we got Jerry Jeudy where we did without having to give up any of our picks, I mean, there's legitimately no way that you can be upset with it. And I'm very interested to see how they go about the rest of their picks, because we do have a need at corner. We do have a need at the offensive line. And I'm very glad we knocked out receiver early, because in my mind, there's three guys that made sense in the first round, and all of them went in the first round. Yeah. And this is a draft where there's people in the second and possibly early third round that might, in any other draft, be first round receivers. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad we knocked that out early. The early second round is going to be more interesting than almost any other first round or late first round this year. It'll be very interesting, and I can't wait to see it. G, it's nice to see you. I probably won't see you again until 2022 because of social distancing, but I hope you're happy with what you got.
You're going to take off 2021 as well?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, no, I ordered a desk for my place, so I'm going to be working from home for at least another 16 months. But I appreciate you guys having me on, Colton. I hope that you're not the reason that this all happened, because part of me kind of thinks that you're the reason this all happened. So, because you made the move, but I'm going to I'll sign off here. It was a pleasure. And I am going to listen to what G says, and I'm going to probably disrespect him a lot. Yeah, no, I'm not going to really respect what he says, but I will listen. But
okay,
the floor is yours, G.
All right, G, you have it.
Like I said, you never know who's going to be bad. You never know who's going to be good. You never know who's going to be a Hall of Famer. Excited to see what Ruggs and Arnett do. The last Ohio State corner we had, Garyon Conley, was an absolute bust, and I hate his guts, so I don't really trust Ohio State corners.
No, he was great. He was great, dude.
He's great for you because you guys got to tear him apart. But I think the Raiders actually wanted that A.J. Terrell out of Clemson because Gruden's – had to watch myself there. Gruden loves Clemson players. But just something that I'm really excited for to see in the second round personally is I'm really excited to see like where like Swift and Dobbins get picked up, because I'm always interested with how like one of the big things in the NFL is how running backs have switched. You know, instead of like one player getting 25 to 30 carries, it's kind of been like almost a two-man system for every team. So that's why running backs aren't valued as highly anymore, unless it's a Saquon Barkley. Yeah. And like I said, dude, I think J.K. Dobbins is like dude, I love J.K. Dobbins, and I don't like Ohio State. And seeing where Swift comes over Georgia, where Swift will end up in Georgia, and it's like Tanner said, it's like tomorrow is just gonna be just as much fun with it being the second and third round. And you should be like I texted really quickly. Like I said, I text people throughout this whole draft, and Ben Conant, he's been on the show, texted him and all that, and I said I think one of the biggest steals in the draft would be because of the second and third round picks, that the Vikings going from 25 to 31 and picking up 2 third rounders is huge. You move back 6 spots in the first. I'm guessing Zimmer got the guy he wanted, and he's gonna have 2 picks tomorrow. And with how good this draft class is looking, that is huge.
Yep.
Because obviously everybody always focuses on the first round picks. Well, if you go back and look at the Oakland Raiders draft, you look at Hunter Renfrow, you look at Max Crosby, you look at those guys that we got in the 3rd and 4th round. You look at Trayvon Mullen, who we also got there, and I believe in the 4th round. Those guys all really put on for the Raiders, and those 2nd, 3rd rounds and those 4th and through 7th rounds are just as important as this first round, because you might have like a guy that is a game changer, but you might find some guys that are your role players that do a great job, and you're not going to win a Super Bowl without those role players.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. I think 100% agree. Well, sober up, Colton. No, I definitely think that it was a very great thing to see. The Raiders, I think, hit on both picks. I'm really excited for the Raiders because I think Gruden's doing a great job turning them both around, and I think their franchise is on the upswing. So, but if you guys would like to see go and see my reactions, just those will be out actually before. So we're gonna put out both reaction to our videos, and hope you guys like them. Once again, G, thanks for joining the show.
Really quickly, I called Jordan Love to the Packers.
Yep, you did.
Ask Ben Conant.
Yep. We will. We'll definitely tag Ben in this, and we make sure that he knows that a potential Aaron Rodgers replacement is in the fold. So, all right. With that, we will go ahead and end this. And as always, peace.